Welcome to the BumbleKast. I'm your host, Ian Flynn, the Bumble King, and joining me as always is my Bumble co-host, Kyle, JCRB Krause.
Welcome to another fine week of BumbleKasts. It's time to be thankful, at least in the U.S., where it is going to be American Thanksgiving this week. I mean, you can be thankful anytime, any day, anywhere, but, you know, I'm just referring to, like, the specific event. So, anyway, hi, Ian.
Hi, Kyle. I think there is plenty to be thankful for. Like all our patrons over at patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, and our YouTube members.
Indeed. I mean, why not waste any more time? Let's not. And let's get into this one from Andrew D. Does a very chaotic Halloween take place before or after Relic robbing Rumble from issue 65 and its arc? When exactly does it take place anyway?
On Halloween.
When is Halloween?
Traditionally before Thanksgiving, depends on where you are in the world.
Okay. What date is Halloween in Sonic's world?
It's on the date that they celebrate Halloween, Kyle.
Okay. And does the story Relic robbing Rumble take place before or after that date?
It could take place on either one of those, I'm sure.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Are you sure?
No, because as soon as I say that, somebody's going to go, it would have to fall in this time frame. At this point, there is no, you can't apply dates and times. Okay? It just is. If you really have to put it somewhere, put it in release order according to publication date and just run with that.
Alrighty. Well, I have nothing left to add, so let's move on. This one is from Batman69 LOL. Tails, Amy, Whisper, Tangle, and Knuckles decide to go to therapy, and their therapist is the one and only Dr. Fraser Crane. How well does it go? What do they learn? And what shenanigans ensue?
I think his particular brand of, how does Niles put it, drive-through psychology would work to a certain degree on like Tails and Knuckles and Tangle, because they'll accept his expertise at face value. They'll want to have help. They'll want to open up. Maybe not Knuckles on the surface, but I think a few platitudes from Dr. Crane would break through and the Knuckles would be blubbering and spilling all of his secrets.
Typical Knuckles.
Amy, I think, would start there. You know, oh, the famous Dr. Crane. You know, maybe I have my own issues I need to work through. We'll talk it out. But she'll catch on pretty quick that what he's selling is not the highest grade form of therapy, and very politely excuse herself and cancel all future bookings. Whisper will break him.
Oh, yeah.
Physically, mentally, emotionally.
It will be the other way around, yes.
He'll attempt some high level, surface cursory investigation, and she will just point blank lay out the facts of life, and he'll be very quiet and very disturbed. And then Niles is wondering why he's wearing that domino mask. It's a form of coping, Niles. With what? The mirror?
Oh. I like how your both your Fraser and Niles voices do sound distinct, but they both sound like Starline. I don't know how that works. But yes. Oh man, poor Whisper. She is truly traumatized. This is not the kind of therapy she needs.
I'm a fraud, Niles, a sham. I thought I knew what trauma was until I spoke to her. Your last blind date? Shut up, Niles.
Honestly. Here's one from Chaos Sonic 1. At the moment of this question, Sonic speeds him, put what is known as the toy robots, which look similar to both the virtual hedgehogs and the bits from post-SGW Archie Sonic. I know you have no say in Speed Sim, and that it is non-canon, but it is funny how Speed Sim keeps bringing in stuff from Archie. Your thoughts?
I think I've seen these, and I assumed they were like Sonic dolls in the vein of Tails doll and Amy doll. But I've yet to play Speed Sim, so I don't know.
All right, here's one from Cruel Christy 1. What will Boom Knuckles do if Werehog Sonic crashes into his world for Halloween night?
He greatly appreciates Sonic costume. That is so lifelike.
It's a very good, very, very good costume. He's even got the voice down and everything.
I mean, he's a little disappointed. He thought everyone agreed to like a $5 budget for this Halloween, so no one would, upstage the other. He was really clever. He went through all his sports saving once, and now he's a mummy. Ooh, but no, look at you. That's like the finest faux fur he's ever seen. Wait, is this actual fur? Did you spring for real fur in your costume? Was it anybody he knew?
What, anybody's fur that he knew?
Because they're animals and fur comes from animals.
Right. Okay. Yes.
The joke being Sonic skinned someone alive that was anthropological.
I know.
To wear their skin as a Halloween costume. It's dark. It's disturbing. It crosses a line, Kyle, where after Halloween, I should be making this joke a month ago.
The order of questions is kind of how it just shook out. So, here we are.
Honestly, Kyle.
I have failed you once again. I'm sorry. Please stop. Please put the whip away.
Anyway, we got a question for you, Kyle.
Uh-huh.
This one comes from Dice. Sir Kyle, Sega has asked you to choose avatars and boss music for yourself and co-workers as Easter egg bosses in the next game. What avatars do you choose, and what is Ian and company's boss music?
All right, so I was like, what do they mean by avatars? I assume they just meant characters. So I came up with some concepts. So this is Ian and various Bumble folks who help us out, who are part of the Bumble team. So for you, Ian, I said you will be the Bumble King. You will be the alligator with the crown. And you will have a sick metal version of the BumbleKast theme song.
All right.
Like a more hardcore, even more hardcore version than Carbohydrate's version. So we'll have that. That'll be cool. Good old Professor Rye. He's going to be a hot dog wearing a hat. And his theme will be Slider from Mario 64.
Okay.
Because why not? I think he will roll around, and he will be trying to avoid getting chili splattered onto him. He will hate that. Kazzy is a pilot, some kind of pilot, and she will be flying like a Concorde type plane that's like armed to the teeth, and you have to fight her as Supersonic, and it'll be Break Through It All from Frontiers will be the song. And then Noni and Thievius are going to be a Zeddy tag team, and they will be and their theme will be the battle music from Unleashed.
All right. So Zoni and Zevius.
Yep.
Thievius.
And then we're gonna have Puppy. This will be the weird boss fight. This is the one that's like non-standard. This is not like a combat boss fight. This is the Puppy is the dancing echidna rhythm boss. So it's like a rhythm game. and it'll be Katamari on the Swing, the sexy synthesizer mix from Katamari Forever. The sexy synthesizer rules. And I want to see some like Sonic busted a move to that song. That would be great. Jen, who helps us out with the live streams, will be some kind of earthbender, and her theme would be Skyloft from Hyrule Warriors, because that song is freaking badass. Like any theme from Hyrule Warriors would work, but yeah, like something like that, just like rocks flying, rocks fly, everybody dies. You know how it goes. And then finally, good old JR Unbound, who helps us with the timestamps. He's going to be TT from Diddy Kong Racing, because he's a clock. Get it? He's a clock.
Oh, I get it. I like it. And very timely joke.
And the boss theme will be the same.
Yeah,
because of course. Boss theme will also be from Diddy Kong Racing because it's the boss theme from Diddy Kong Racing. I love that song. But
it's fantastic.
But yeah. I mean, it makes sense. He's a clock, I was thinking maybe you got to like race him, and it's like, you got to get to certain points, like you're racing him and you have to get to certain points at certain times. If you get there too early or too late, it's game over.
Sitting there right on the checkpoint line going, come on, catch up.
Yes. You literally face his timestamps. So that's my answer. Hope you enjoyed. Here's a question from Domino. So I saw that Lego Shadow will come with his motorbike. Does this mean we may see him using it in the games and comics again?
I hope so. I like him with the bike. I don't know. Something about it's just fun.
That is his pride and joy. He likes that bike. He even said so.
I wish that would stick. I don't know. We'll see.
Hopefully. Here's a question from Dove. So instead of Starline's isekai adventures, what happens if he comes to a universe where Starlines travel the multiverse, like in Sliders? Does Starline Prime try to make his own sliding device and try to get home? Or does he try to steal someone else's? What happens when all the multidimensional Starlines meet up for lunch?
I've not seen Sliders, but I think I can guess how this construction goes.
Yes.
And Starline Prime's going to try to steal and backstab himself. Absolutely. Get back to his own time, set things up, the way he should have had it to begin with. Except he's going to be stopped at every turn by himself. Just kind of condescending. We knew we'd think of that.
Damn it. I hate when that happens.
Just butt heads with one of them. You may know what I'm going to do, but I know what you're going to do. And oh God, we're doing that Sonic thing, aren't we? Again and again.
Oh no!
Ew, dirty.
Strange, isn't it?
Have all of you done that at some point? And everyone just kind of collectively and sadly nods.
Yeah.
So if he can't, betray them, he'll unite them. One galactic-sized star line. We shall not be a collective. We shall be a constellation of star lines.
But
and they're all kind of nodding and applauding, and they just escort him into the pod that zoops him off to the next reality because they've heard this speech a million times before. There's always someone who tries to organize them and do something stupid. But at least that one had a good speech. Honest to goodness, that Starline really almost made him believe.
Almost.
See, the reason why there's a collective of Starlines here is that they actually learn from their mistakes.
Yes. All right. Next question is from Green Hill Zone 900. I would genuinely love it if we could be given even just one IDW issue where Sonic and Amy go on a proper date. Please, could we have this? I've been waiting for so long for something like this to happen.
I don't foresee it happening anytime soon.
No hashtag knowing smiles on this one. I'm sorry.
I'm not even going to do the whole maybe, because I don't want to give false hope. I don't see that happening. I could be wrong. I am not the only voice in the room when it comes to this, but I don't foresee it happening.
Yeah. Anyway, now it's a fan idea, so you can't do it.
That's a little broad, Kyle.
I'm joking.
I know, but some people don't understand that.
I know people don't understand jokes around here. It's a Sonic Cape fandom. It's normal.
Not what I meant, not where I was going with it. Stop dragging us down!
I'll drag myself down. You can stay up there. It's fine.
Yeah, but if you go down, you're taking me with you.
No, nah. I won't. I don't know if I could. I don't have very far to go anyway, so it's not like I have any standing in this community. What do you want?
You're a pillar of this show, Kyle. The central support pillar
of this show, maybe, but not of the Sonic fandom. Nobody knows who I am, and I prefer it that way. I prefer it that way. Please. Please. Here's one from Happy Times. How would pre-reboot Eggman feel about having Sage as a daughter, considering the comparisons with M and Adam, the complicated feelings they brought between anger at their betrayal and sadness over killing them, and not wanting any backups or replacements for his kids after they've died?
Honestly, it would really depend on what era of pre-reboot and who's writing it. Because I think all the authors would have had, myself included, would have had very different takes on the subject. For my part, if we're saying that she pops up post M and Adam, it would not be as wholesome as the standard relationship is, what little we have of it. My feeling on modern Eggman Sage is that the love is legitimate, that there is an actual bond between them. They're evil, but it's something good there. I would imagine pre-reboot Eggman would be more manipulative in some fashion, that there would still be some distance emotionally between the two of them. Sage would have to work harder and longer to perpetuate that bond, or at least the facade of one. It would be sadder and more tragic, maybe. I don't like it. I prefer what we have.
All right, here's one from Hero Squad. Would Boom Big be Team 4-star Popo? What are the rules of Big's fishing? Don't touch his stuff. Don't eat his snacks. Don't talk about it. Cry about it.
God. Just imagine Big there with a little turban. Hi. Terrifying.
That is scary. Scary.
And as funny as that is, if I were to take the approach, I think I'd prefer Boom Big to just be like a background character the entire time. Doesn't matter what the setting is, he's in there somewhere. Eggman Base, he's in the background. They go to a completely new location, he's in the background. Hedgehog Village, in the background. It's like almost every shot, he's inexplicably in the background, just nonchalantly doing whatever. And I don't know, maybe have some kind of comedic payoff at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Like really lean into it later on too, where like he's passing by and he interacts with the cast, but they do not acknowledge him at all. Like if it's some kind of dinner party scene, Knuckles just hands off his cup and saucer to Big as he's passing by. Big takes it, doesn't even look at him. He's not the wait staff. He's just walking by, just whoosh.
Yeah.
Big battle scene. There's explosions and parts flying everywhere, and he's just kind of sauntering along. Camera's not even focused on him. You just see him marching along through all the bedlam without any kind of presence. Sticks and Amy are having a chat, and you see him kind of come in the background, open up her fridge, take something, and leave. No reaction. Nothing. Just it's there. I don't know. Maybe I'm a sick individual. I find that funny.
That is entertaining, though. I would like that. I would like that. All right, here's a question from Major Bunny. If given the opportunity to create and write a magical girl story, how would you approach it? Would it be a sincere approach or more of a parody/meta commentary? Are there any tropes you think the magical girl genre could utilize more? Even though the genre is over 60 years old, I think there's still a lot left to explore, so I'm genuinely interested in hearing your take on it.
I'm going to semi-dodge this one only because I do have two kind of, I don't know if you would classify that as magical girl, but it's definitely got those foundations in it that I'm tinkering with. But they're in no state to actually talk about or like casual pitch on the show. They're in rough shape and I can't quite make the pieces fit. And I think that's partly because I just don't fully understand that genre, would you say? It's not a trope.
Sure.
That style of story. I mean, I get the core basics, but I don't feel like I fully appreciate what makes those stories pop for their audience. And I feel like I need to grasp that better, and that will help me put all the other pieces together in the others, and it will all come together in the end. What I would want to do with them, though, is play it straight within their own universe. Have the laughs and have the drama and whatever be sincere within the context of that story. Because again, I don't feel like I fully understand it well enough to make any kind of meta commentary on it. And two, I feel like Magica Madoka already kind of did that. Why retread that ground? It did what it did so much better than I could even hope to achieve. I ain't even trying to clear that bar. I will just stand back and appreciate from a distance because no. That is, I'm not even remotely in that league. So there are some overlaps between your general ensemble cast, your kind of Sentai heroes, your power of friendship or love, or at least emotional connection being the strength of the team that allows them to get over their interpersonal issues and surmount whatever big bad there is. But I feel like that's all like super high level stuff. It's not really getting into what makes that particular style of story click. So I just need time. I need research. I need to think on it. It is something that I've thought about. Again, a couple of projects in the back pocket that I would like to make work. Even, talk to a couple artists at one point thinking maybe if their art style, speaks to me, that will make things gel. And it's like, nope, it's not working and I'm wasting their time. So I don't know. Maybe I'll come around to it. Actually, come to think of it, one of them I think I put on my personal Patreon, like with the note of this is not finished. This does not work. But, if you want to see me struggle trying to come up with an idea, here's the process for you to look at and analyze. So I think that's on there. So if you want to see what it's like for me to try to put together an idea and it doesn't quite fit, go over to my Patreon, Ian Flynn Writing.
Well, there you go. How convenient. Cross promotion. You guys know what to do. Head over there. And our last question before we take a break is from Morless. A surprise guest visits the Sonic universe, the Red Cyclone Zangief. In looking for a new student with the muscle spirit to become his disciple, Zangief discovers one Amy Rose and takes her under his wing. How doomed would Eggman's robots be now that Amy knows how to spinning pile driver them? What would Amy's pro wrestling stage name be, and does her hammer count as an illegal object at a match?
Rose Mika, go take down that flabby Eggman.
Yes.
Show him true power of muscle.
Good.
And really, I immediately see Amy as basically our Mika, just with an Amy aesthetic.
Yeah.
And maybe she saves the hammer for like the special moves. Maybe it's kind of a playful heel turn. I don't know how loose the rules of the ring go here, but
well, I mean, it's Street Fighter, they're pretty loose.
I mean, if Birdie can bring a chain into a fight, she can occasionally bring the hammer in for like her special or whatever.
Right.
Maybe Zangief is like, you must rely on your own personal strength until she goes, okay, you lift it. And he's just like, as he slowly and deliberately like curls his hammer. I am seeing where your strength lies. You do not rely on hammer. Hammer is extension of you.
Yes.
I approve, huh?
I know, like I mean, Bison has straight up mind control powers. Like,
well, he's evil. He's going to cheat. Come on.
Well, yeah. What who's to say Amy can't cheat just to even the odds? You gotta level the playing field. I do like this.
And the end of her story in Street Fighter 7 is she completes her training, she defeats Eggman. Zangief is incredibly impressed with his new protege. But who's this? Who's that entering the ring to challenge them both? El Gran Gordo!
It's him! He's back! Yes!
Zangief, you are going to crumble like the USSR that you are.
Oh, no.
No political commentary in the ring.
I want it. I need it. Please, somebody. I need this. Anyway.
Oh, God, can you make El Gran Gordo in Street Fighter 6?
I mean...
I know it's got a robust avatar creator.
Really
can you do it?
Can you do it? Oh, man.
Can you do it?
Someone show us, please, if you can. If you're able to. Yes. Incredible. On that note, I think it's time we take a quick break and then come back with more on the BumbleKast.
It's coming up on the holiday season, and it's a good time to be charitable. And I have a special charity just for you Sonic fans. Head to BumbleKing.com to find the proper links that will lead you to a Sonic Superstars Special Collector's Edition. We have all sorts of things in the box, including a Nintendo Switch version of the game, a special USB wall-mounted lamp, a special edition poster. I will even sign some of the confetti. Can you find it in the box? All proceeds are going to go to the Sick Kids Foundation. Auction runs from November 20th to December 1st. So if you want this exclusive one-time offer, Sonic Superstars Collection Bundle box thingy with lots of stuff signed by me, head over to BumbleKing.com, follow the links, and bid, because your money is going to a wonderful cause.
Ka-ching! We're back, and it's time for our weekly giveaway question. This one comes to us from a user on Blue Sky, so be sure to follow us over on our various social media channels on Twitter, Tumblr, Blue Sky, Facebook, and Instagram, and we will be giving away a question a week, priority question a week, so you may get your chance to win over there. Check it out. This one comes to us from Nymphia. Do you think Tangle would ever bake a strawberry shortcake with Amy? How would that scenario play out? I like them both as characters, but I haven't seen them interact much lately.
I think she would be open to try. The question is, can she be trusted in the kitchen?
Probably not.
See, I feel like that's the obvious answer, but I also feel like we're kind of flanderizing Tangle's excitable nature a bit much.
I think you said that like Tangle is serviceable. She's messy, but she could get it done.
Yeah, so maybe the kitchen's a bit of a disaster later, but it's a good shortcake.
Yeah, she's not like Sally where it ends up being terrible.
Oh, yeah, it's a short something, but it ain't a cake. Yeah, she and Amy, they would make a delicious little strawberry shortcake. And then Amy's looking at the kitchen going, oh, no. And Tangle's like, nope, I got this. And she helps clean up because she's a good friend.
There you go.
And that stretchy tail can get the flour off the ceiling. Why is there flour on the ceiling? Don't worry about it. She's got this.
Everything's on fire, but the cake is fire. That kitchen got hit by a cyclone. A red cyclone. It is me again, Zangief.
Tangle absolutely would go into the ring with Zangief just for the challenge.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like he would be... he'd be like, I need second protege. It would be you. All right, we got a question here from Mendoza.
Mendoza!
This is my first question, so would you be so kind, Ian, to send me a greeting? I would very much like it if it is not too much of a bother.
Hello, Mendoza. Welcome to the show. Thank you for helping support us, and let's get on to your question.
Indeed. The doubt I have is this. In the Sonic multiverse, does there exist a greater amount of inaccessible cardinal number of dimensions? Yes or no?
I have no idea what that means.
Like cardinal, like birds. No, it's not what that means. No, it's not. I think like cardinal dimensions are like the main ones. I'm not 100% sure. Bird watching in the cardinal dimension. No, guys. No chat.
I played Flicky Island. There were dimensions and birds there.
Birds dimensions. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I wasn't sure either. Let's see. Cardinal dimensions. I'm going to do some looking it up.
Be the computer guy, Kyle.
There is ordinal versus cardinal dimensions. It is a mathematical thing.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Orioles and Cardinals. Gotcha, right.
Exactly. Okay, wow, okay. This is a little bit I cannot condense this. No. This is so this is like this is citing dimension theory by Herevix and Wallman from 1941, and it's a lot of formulas and mathematics, and it's way beyond my understanding, that's for sure. So if you would like to maybe explain what cardinal directions I know what cardinal directions are, cardinal dimensions to us, maybe we could revisit this one, Mendoza. Nobody said there'd be math. Give me directions to the Cardinals, please. All right, here's a question from Mixager17. Serge demands Kit tell her a joke, and Kit, in a completely out-of-character sassy mood towards Serge, just holds up a mirror in front of her. How long does he have left to live?
It's a flip of the coin, because either A, she gets it and is impressed with the sass enough so that she laughs at it and goes, all right, Drippy, that wasn't bad, and lets it slide. B, she gets it, and this was the wrong day for her to get it, in which case you better hope that mirror reflects the first bolt of lightning, because that's the only lead he's going to get.
Oh, boy.
Or C, she doesn't get it at all. And he's just like, oh, no, never mind. And she's like, God, you're dumb. Yeah, I'm real dumb, man. Real dumb. And he escapes that way.
I think all three options are pretty good, but I don't know. I don't know which one's the best.
The closest thing to wholesome would be A.
Yeah. I mean, that is kind of funny. I feel like Serge could appreciate a good joke, but can she appreciate a good joke at her own expense? Is the thing.
I mean, she's going to punch him later.
Well,
yeah. She's going to do tiny static jolts.
I mean, she was going to do that
his neck for the rest of the week.
She was going to do that regardless, Ian. It doesn't matter. So I don't think it would change anything necessarily.
No, but he survives at least.
Yeah.
And C, but
yeah, I think A and C are like the most amusing ones you could get away with. B might be a little too much. I don't know.
Either way, we'll have to reflect on that.
But
We got another question for you, Kyle.
Huh?
This one comes from Rockamillion. Kyle, do you read Ian's stories? If so, what are some of your favorites? If not, are there any you might be interested in checking out?
No, I hate him. I don't read.
It makes the show really awkward, but I mean, we make it work.
I don't read anything by Ian. No, why would I? Are you kidding? I don't read Ian's things at all. Obviously, I am joking. I very much enjoy Ian's stories and have for many years, even before we started the BumbleKast. Let's see. I mean, my favorites still like your run on Mega Man. Mega Man is probably the best thing you've done in terms of licensed comic book stories. Otherwise, I mean, as far as Sonic goes, Champions is a classic. Let's see what else. I mean, Drogoon has been a fun ride. I'm looking forward to the revised new edition. And yeah, I mean, there isn't much from you that I haven't read. Like, I guess Aether is still a bit of a blind spot for me. I need to catch up on that. And what else? There was something else. Oh, I was going to say, like, Frontiers. I like what you did. I know you were just kind of coloring within the lines that Sega gave you there, really, but there's a lot of stuff to be proud of in there. There's definitely a lot of good you did in making
I got to pick a few of the crayons while coloring in the lines. I want to use a blue one here. Okay, use the blue one. Yay! And then everyone cries over the blue.
Either way, yes, I do enjoy Ian's work and have for a long time. So, yes. My job is at stake. No, nah. Ian would keep me around even if me hating his work were true, I think.
Are you kidding? I can't run this show.
Luckily for him, it's not true. And probably luckily for me, too.
Let's not stress test that.
No. Let's not. Scourge Time has a question. Scourge joins Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. What does he think of this mustached man and his friends? Will he win a medal in the end? Does he still wear his jacket? This can only be answered in one way. Can you give us a little story about his day at the Olympics?
I think first and foremost, once he gets the lay of the land, he's going to try his darndest to ally with Bowser or Wario or Waluigi just to ruin everybody else's day. But much to his chagrin, they're all competing in the spirit of the Olympics. Like, what is this crap?
Mm-hmm.
Camaraderie, sportsmanship. Where am I? How do I go home? Like, if he doesn't manage to get himself disqualified first thing, like at the absolute most, Sonic might be able to like take him off to the side and say, look, I know you don't want you to be here. I don't want you here. This really isn't suited for you, but you could go home just a loser, or you could try to overcome what the parameters are and, actually compete instead of, sabotaging and being a jerk. Scourge's like, shut up, you don't tell me what to do. But it gets in his head.
Mm-hmm,
if he could be legit on the world stage, that would prove that he is superior, that he is different. So yeah, fine. Beat him at his own game and look better while he's doing
it. Exactly.
And he does wear a jacket, but it's like Olympics logo.
Oh, but it's still got flames, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, good.
And, maybe he does win a medal or two. And there's a certain amount of pride to be had. And, he actually set out to do something and he did it.
That's right. Dang it.
And then he steals the eternal flame and runs off with it before the closing ceremonies.
Oh, man. Oh, of course. And then Daisy runs after him and just absolutely just kills him. Yeah. All right, Scurvy Pirate Dog has a question. Sonic Superstars gave us new robots in the Metal line with Metal Tails and Metal Amy, but these are classics. So if Sega gave you the get-go to introduce one metal counterpart for a modern character, who would you go with? This doesn't have to be a game character. Any modern character of your choice can get a metal counterpart, including comic characters. Who would you choose?
Metal Knuckles.
I mean, yeah.
I know he's had the other metal form longer than anybody else. I know there's lots of very cool options. One might argue that Metal Shadow is due, but Metal Knuckles. Give me my modern Metal Knuckles because that's what I want. I don't have to justify it. It's my desire. Give me the Cadillac of killer robots.
So lumbering and slow, but super luxurious.
Yes. You feel it when it hits you.
I mean, yeah.
Would there be other very cool modern characters as metals? Oh, absolutely. The whole cast, probably.
Yeah.
What do I want? Metal Knuckles. Is that boring? I don't care. I like it.
I mean, Metal Blaze would be pretty cool.
Oh, sure. Like instead of that top knot, it's just like a perpetual jet of flame coming out like a diesel engine or something.
Sweet. Metal Omo Chow? Wait, hold on. All right, here's one from Sonic Mania 2099. Why wasn't Honey the Cat mentioned during Tales Tube number 5?
Why weren't a number of classic characters not mentioned?
Yeah, but why not Honey, like, specifically? Come on, Ian.
That wasn't the focus, and we don't really have a lot of footage for Honey.
Well, let's fix that.
Well, again, Honey might be in a weird legal thing, so the Tales Tube was to, make it clear that Classic is part of the timeline, that Classic leads into Modern, and was more or less a stealth way of introducing Fang back into the mix for those who didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Mighty and Ray that we could easily call upon to help bridge that concept. So there you go. But
yeah.
It's not like we went into the profiles of the Classic Chaotix either.
Yeah, but where's Chris Thorndike? When are you going to bring him back?
His spaceship blew up on the way back to his home planet.
What a shame.
He's not a classic character. Come on.
Oh, well, I mean, are you saying he's not classic? He's a classic. Dude, that dude's a classic. Oh, wait, you mean like the actual Sonic definition of classic, not like... Anyway. Spoiler 1001 has a question. What do you see specifically happening to Auntie Jules to cause his death?
I don't know. It was purposefully left ambiguous.
Well, he's dead now, so good. Here's a question from Thievius. This question is from Blue Inferno. Wait, I just said it was from Thievius. What the heck? Can you explain the process of how the IDW characters got into Sonic Dash and Speed Battle? Were you and Evan involved in said process?
I was not. I don't think Evan was, but I don't want to speak for her. And I don't know how the process was. They just were there, and it was like, oh, cool. Like that's a question for more like the licensing team or Sega Hardlight or any of them. It was a happy surprise for me.
Yeah. Did you even know about Surge?
Did I know about Surge?
I mean, there was stuff leaked early on from internal photos from Hardlight, so we kind of knew she was coming.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's where I learned of it. Yeah. So no, I didn't know beforehand.
So you didn't know, even though you were probably at that point working on Dream Team, maybe? I'm guessing they obviously weren't going to be telling you about other projects going on, but...
I don't remember how the timeline came out, honestly. But yeah, they wouldn't necessarily say, hey, you're working on this. Did you know this completely unrelated project is doing this?
Yeah.
I knew of some stuff since then, but that may have gone public by the time this episode goes. I don't know. It's nothing earth shattering or, it's not another new character. I'm just, there's something that will be coming that I was kind of involved with, which is just a nice, small, fun thing. Small, nice thing. Yes.
This is possibly a knowing smile, possibly already known by the time this comes out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Indeed. Here's a question from Twilord. So how do you picture Harold's ascension to Black Oak? Sonic is quite shonen, so maybe a Digimon/String Bean the Palisman moment? Harold's own Tales-like story? Just before the time skip? During the time skip with intermediate forms and flashback? Or an empowering flashback?
No, just Tails tucks him in one night as a little Death Legion, then comes in the next morning and this thing's filled the room.
There you go. Simple.
Did you have an adolescence? For about 5 minutes.
Yep. That's all he need. He lifts, I guess. That's his thing. He lifted. He got about 5 minutes. Here's a question from Zach D. Recently, I heard that Sega said magic doesn't exist in Sonic's world. While I don't believe this one bit, the storybook games, it made me wonder, do you think Sonic Cast, most importantly Eggman and Tails, follow Mr. Fantastic's view on magic, i.e. that magic is just a science they haven't figured out yet?
I think one of Eggman's incidental lines in the Frontiers DLC says exactly that. Maybe not that exact wording. Yeah, you know what I mean. The spirit of that expression.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Something like that. It's either him or Sage. Tails, I think, would be more inclined to believe in magic as a alternate system that needs to be understood, but that it isn't necessarily hard science. I think he would be more open to that concept.
All right. And our final question comes to us from Zaylok. Dr. Starline gets isekai'd back before he got killed in issue 50. And he manages to get spawned in an area where he completely dodges all of the falling boulders. Though his glasses did not. They kind of fell off when he got isekai'd and got completely obliterated by all the boulders. How does Starline fare? Does he manage to escape Eggman City without being able to see 10 feet in front of him?
Oh, he absolutely pulls a Velma. My glasses! I can't see without my glasses!
My glasses!
Never mind, his eyes are like 50 times larger than the actual lenses. But, nope. Can't find them. Starts rooting around, looking for them. Wanders right into the rock. And the isekai adventures continue.
Right into the rock. My glasses! I can't see without my glasses. Can he actually not see without his glasses?
No, but that's better for the joke.
Okay. I was wondering. Alrighty. That's going to do it for this edition of the BumbleKast.
Thanks so much to our patrons over at patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, and our YouTube members for supporting the show and submitting all those questions. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
No magic. No magic. My glasses.
Okay, now carve that up and make it sound good.
Okay. Got it, boss.
Thank you very much.
And you're also very quiet.
Check test, check test, check test, check test.
You need to go higher.
Check test, check test, check test, check test, check test.
You still need to go a little higher.
Check test, check test, check test, check test, check.
All right, I think you got it. There you are. Anyway, we are just doing this one episode today.
Okay.
In case you're wondering.
Yeah, I'm glad you know what we're doing, because I'm just here to look pretty, and that's already going to be a struggle.
Please, sir, you are beautiful.
You're beautiful.
It's true.
You're beautiful. I'm lying, but it's kind.
I'm not lying. Wow. You've been listening to the BumbleKast, a co-production of Bumble King Comics and the KNGI Network. Original theme music composed by Ken Coda Snyder. Remixed intro by T-Lopes. Find out more information, along with podcast feeder links, MP3 downloads, and more at bumbleking.com and kngi.org. Don't worry, none of them are about Blaze in the Soul Dimension.
Uh-huh.
So, or are they? Hold on. Let me double check. Let's see.
It don't matter. I'm just going to say whatever, and they'll be mad about it regardless.
No mention of Blaze. No mention of Blaze.
I mean, it has been at least interesting to watch the discourse devolve as people try to correct me with incorrect lore.
As people try to correct you.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it when people try to correct you. It's funny.
And if you don't like that idea, I totally get it. I understand the allure of the potential there, and I would love it if we could utilize it. It ain't going to get done. This is an option, and it's just my opinion, man.
Uh-huh.
It's also been kind of relieving to see the people who have some idea of narrative construction, or at least can understand the approach, or even if they don't like the idea, they're like, I don't like this. No offense, but it's not what I would want. And it's like, that's fine. That's fair. That's absolutely valid. That's your opinion.
It's not the ideal solution, but it is a solution.
Like, the ideal solution is Blaze gets her own franchise spinoff. We go to her world. She gets an extended cast. We explore the lore. It becomes its own thing.
Yes.
It's been 16 years since we saw her planet. I don't think that's happening.
No, unfortunately. There's no way that Sega's going to look at like Blaze and be like, oh, we can build a whole franchise off this. If they thought they could, they would have done it years ago. And it sucks. Believe me, I know. I love Blaze. Blaze is a wonderful character. She absolutely could carry her own franchise, but she ain't going to get the chance to.
I also got a hearty chuckle at the one person who said, she's so obscure, you could probably just phase her out and no one would even notice. And I was like,
ooh,
have you not looked at any of my replies?
Ooh.
Any of the discourse?
I mean, if the only thing you do is play the games, then maybe. Like, if you play the games and don't pay attention to anything else, maybe. Because, yeah, you haven't seen her in 16 years, technically. Except in, like, spin-off games.
I mean, she was in Team Sonic Racing, but again, what does that say that her last major playable appearance was in a kart racer?
Yeah, and then there was the Olympics. Yeah. I'm not saying they should remove Blaze. She was in Murder of Sonic, but, like... That was just...
Even then, she had the smallest role out of everybody.
She did, and it's very disappointing, because she could have been, like... She could have been huge. She could have been huge. Well, Ian, it's your fault we haven't seen the Soul Dimension in 16 years. And it's also your fault we haven't seen the Freedom Fighters in however many years it's been.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Also, I directly killed Nega and the Robot Pirates, apparently. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you did say you're operating under the assumption that Nega is dead.
Operating under the assumption. That is not, definitive locked.
No, I know, but
you're the main writer. Yeah, and I have at least 2 to 3 layers of editorial that I have to get an idea past before we move to script.
When are you going to uncancel Underground?
Never.
Darn.
You dare oppose me, I will keep it in the vault just to watch you suffer.
Oh, all right. Anyway, I think this is enough. I think you've implicated yourself enough. Let's get started.